women in our lives. We're very purposeful because being a former probation officer, knowing that the most unreported crime is domestic violence. It's domestic violence. So that's the most unreported crime. And we bring attention to it. We bring attention to it. So share the show. Um, I forgot if I have any guests. This is my first week back, so I'm getting back in the rhythm. My phone malfunctioned, so if anyone's trying to call me, my phone is not working. My phone is not working, so I gotta get that fixed this morning. I'm trying to run a campaign, trying to promote a concert at the same time. We're doing double promotion for the next 90 days. The election, April 1st, April Fool's Day. Yeah, they're not fooling you. It's April Fool's Day. Ain't nobody fooling you at all. So we want to make sure that you guys get out and vote. We're going to have city elections coming up. Yeah, city elections, the mayor, city council. It's up for grabs all over the city. Here in North Omaha, where we're based, housed, started, still going, celebrate 10 years, 15 years on the streaming side, 1690 AM The One. Yeah, yeah. So this is what we do. We have always provided a voice for the voiceless. I know in this campaign, you're going to hear a lot from uh, those that are running, but you have to go on what they got done. And if they're talking about economic development, they started and sustained a business. Everybody want to talk about economic development, but you got to do it. You can't talk about cooking if you haven't cooked. That's why we got mama and grandmamas. Shouts out to the women. Without a doubt, they're the best cooks. I know men, we got some men that can cook. Now, I can cook some better than women. I know I can grill better than some women. I ain't trying to call you out, Miss Jackie Robbins, Rib Shack's Smoke. She's the only female chef master, the only female grill master around here. Shouts out to Jackie Robbins, Rib Shack Smokehouse. Now, not everybody else, but everybody else. I'm the best griller around here. So, what's up, bro? Coleman? Condolence. I think grand rising to everybody, y'all. Be purposeful today on acknowledging the women in your life. Brother Tate, what's going on? Yeah, I'm still the king. Ain't no question mark about the king. My mom and them said, do not go outside and mess up your family name. And see, this is the kind of guy you're going to get integrity. Now, I ain't perfect, but I will make sure that I will look out for you first and myself second. This is my man Marcher, baby. I have been commanded. I've been commanded by God Himself. That's why we created a voice for the voiceless. I've interviewed everybody. Everybody in this community come through this platform if they're trying to get their product, their service, their event out, their activities, their fundraisers, their promotions. They come through the boss, baby. No one has a more love thy neighbor behavior than the boss. Tell me who. No one has more than or demonstrated love thy neighbor more than 95.7 the boss. Nothing but a dog. Okay. Yeah, we need some love, dog. We need some love. So this is our stats. This is who I am. We're blessed. I were blessed to create this reading legislation. We're going to apply the same thing on your dreams and aspirations. So of course, if I win, we're gonna have a legislative think tank. We got all these. No, actually, legislative. You know how they got the book clubs. We need a legislative club. Yes, we need a legislative club, and their main purpose is to read legislation, analyze the legislation, and then tell us how we can take advantage of the legislation. See, I just thought about that. See, that's what you're gonna get with me. Innovative thought, because we had to go to Midland, boy. You gotta be smart to go to Midland College, Midland Lutheran College, or Midland University, they call it now. So we actually need legislative club. If when I win, we're gonna set up legislation clubs, just like they got book clubs. Instead of reading books, we're gonna read legislation to take advantage of the allocation of dollars that's coming from each piece of legislation. This is how I was able to attain the radio station. This is how I was able to attain the internet company that we started in Macy, Nebraska. It was all through legislation, and it was free. It's the same. It's the same. Actually, it's the same behaviors that they did in the '60s to take advantage of the new laws that came on the books, the new legislation that came on the books. The unicameral just started. We got our senators putting forth bills. They're putting forth legislation. Legislation controls everything. I learned this as a young lad watching, oh yeah, Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, Schoolhouse Rock. That's why I said they're doing our children a disservice, because the Schoolhouse Rock taught civics as a young kid, eating, oh yeah, cornflakes and oh yeah, I haven't had none of them in a long time, and Fruit Loops or some Crafted Crunch. I haven't had none of that stuff in a long time. But I remember the Schoolhouse Rock. I remember I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, I've been, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have to play that. I'm gonna play Schoolhouse Rock. I'm only a bill, and my name is Bill, so I used to get a little teased about it. I'm only a bill, but I should watch it, and I watched the process of how legislation is introduced on the federal level. We're talking about federal level, introduced to the House. The House debated. Well, actually, it goes to the committee. It got to come out of committee. Once it come out to committee, it goes to the public for rules. For rules input, rules input. So they put it out a public notice. Excuse me. So you, as a citizen, can participate in the process. So if you want any rules, or if you have any other ideas with the legislation, U.S. Citizen U can put forth input in that legislation. It goes back to the House. They take all the information. Again, now it goes to the full floor of the House. It passes. Say the bill or the legislation passed the House. Now it goes over to the Senate. It goes to committee. They analyze in the committee again, the senators. It comes out of committee. It goes to the public. They put out a public notice for us again. Citizen Q can participate in the rulemaking of that bill. It goes back to the committee. It passes committee. It goes to the general floor of the Senate. Now, if the bill gets signed by, I think whoever it is, if it passed the Senate, it moves forward to the president's desk. The president has two options. That's why I always say that the president only has two things to do: pass bill, veto bill. So that's what the president did in our case, my case, when Lee Terry from Northwest Omaha High School, yes, from Northwest Omaha High School, or let me say it, Northwest High School. Let me get it right. He wrote the Local Community Radio Act and went through all the processes. I participated in every process. I participated in the rules process in each, in the House, in the Senate, and then it went to Obama. I met Obama. I knew Obama. I had a chance to lobby Obama the year previous. Well, actually, they got passed in 2014. I met Obama in 2007 over at Salem Baptist Church. Got a chance to meet Obama 7 years earlier as Senator Obama when he was running for president. I forgot who brought him here, but I met him at Salem. You'll see he and I in the picture. Dark, tall, and handsome. Both of us. Dark, tall, and handsome. Both of us. So you'll see him on my literature, but that picture was taken at Salem Baptist Church. So I had a chance to lobby Congressman Terry. I had a chance to lobby, of course, Senator Barack Obama at the time, but now he's president. And I talk to him how I talk to you right now. But I knew he was special. He had a special aura. I knew he was special. So now Obama signed it into law. I took advantage of that. I read the legislation that just got passed, and I follow the allocation of opportunity. I follow the allocation of opportunity. Every piece of legislation that goes to Congress have an allocation of opportunities or dollars. Opportunities where you can make dollars, or there's a direct allocation of dollars for wherever category of business that you're doing. Some is in the non-profit realm, some is in the for-profit realm, some is in new innovations, new ideals, new technologies, new inventions. But we got to read. We got to change what we're reading. We're reading too much fiction. Enough and not enough nonfiction. We're in the fiction world. We're in the virtual world. My phone is down. I'm trying to get back to the virtual world. I had to use my house phone. Do you guys got a house phone? I use my house phone, and usually I just talk about my house phone like in a retro third party sense because it rings. All I know is a telemarketer because my mama ain't alive no more. Ain't nobody calling me because I haven't got out my home number. But I used my home number last night because sometimes those cell phones are going to malfunction. And this is the basis of life. Winning Women Wednesday, that's why we call it. So I'm gonna teach you some old school behavior. Oh yeah, we call this year no jive in 2025. Without doubt, baby, no jive in 2025. We're not stepping no jive, baby. We're going back to boogie down days. We're going back to the 70s. Oh yeah, when everybody was individual, got the air afro, the pumps. Got the bell bottom, got the plaid and the polka dots. We need to go back to that where we actually sent brother and sister. Can you dig? Can you dig? Right on. Yeah, we need to go back to those. See, don't roll off your chest like it's natural. Right on, brother. Right on. So on this Winning Women Wednesday, we're gonna remind you of the flavor of soul food. Yum yum, yum yum. I'm kind of getting hungry right now. Talking about some soul food. Have fun today. So if you see um a woman that's been significant in your life, just acknowledge and say hi, thank you. She might be your bus driver. She might be your mail woman. She might be your insurance agent. She might be your grandmother, your niece. Just acknowledge the women in your lives today. And if you can't talk to them personally, oh yeah, prayer uh, goes a long way also. So I want to thank all those, you know, I want to thank all the women that said no to me. Thank you. You taught me good discipline. I'm having bad hair day again, y'all. Leger is in the building. We're going to be celebrating 10 years. Leger was one of our co-hosts. You're going to come in and co-host with me sometime this year, Leger. 10 years of broadcasting on 95.7 The Boss. The morning show, we've been on the air particularly about 6 years. I started it. Actually, my mother died in another 14 days. So she died January the 29th. So she died about, I think, 6 years ago. So we've been doing this show since my mother passed. And I've just been teaching what she, has taught me. I'm 60. No, brother Watts, I'm running as a Democrat. I'm a Democrat. I think this is a nonpartisan race. So Republicans and Democrats and independents can vote on a city council race. Um, Probably bring in the election commission in just to give us a reminder of the city election. We did bring the election commission in for the presidential race. So we'll bring the election commission in and talk about the city elections, the processes, etc. Early ballot or early voting. So, like I said again, I am running for District 2 City Council. In the past, I've always done it as a publicity stunt. In order to get your name out, you got to. I learned this. My degree is in behavioral science, but one of the class that I took at UNO on a master level. Now, I didn't get my master degree. I got tired of going to school. Shouts out to everybody that complete their master's degree or PhD because it takes dedication to continue to go on and push on to get those type of degrees. But I took this class and it was called The Fear of Crime. The Fear of Crime. You're going to hear a lot of politicians talking about crime. Crime, crime, crime. So I took this class. Shouts out to UNO, University of Opportunity. That class taught me, especially and since I'm in media does affect what and how you think. What enters in your eyes, in your ears, and is spoken for you and spoken from your mouth influence. A lot of people I'm talking to my man, Brother Watts, is hitting me up on Facebook. Um, a lot of people um, that are in the broadcast world, a lot of them do move to independent, but I'm pretty sure we got a lot of broadcasters on other networks that stay within a party. They stay Republican or they stay Democrat. I'm not totally happy with the Democratic platform, because the Democratic platform never focus strictly on poverty. They focus on um, issues that divide us: abortion, crime, gun rights. Uh, they focus on those type of things that always divide us. Those are the lead for every election. Is something that divide us. I've always been one that bridge gaps, baby. I come from a mama that couldn't read and write, so she had to bridge gaps. That's who I come from, man. Our family would not have survived in Omaha, Nebraska, if my mama didn't have the ability to bridge gaps, the ability to connect and network with like-minded people. Shouts out to Greater New Hope Baptist Church. Now they call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. Everybody is not like you. Everybody's not like me. But do you want the same game every time? The same results and nothing comes to our community, North Omaha? No one has done what I have done. And I'm not bragging. These are what God has manifested in me. So on this Winning Women Wednesday, we recognize it because of my mama. 5'5", no jive. That's why I said 2025, we ain't taking no jive. We're going to be intentional on making sure that we develop conduits of opportunities for the next generation. We're going to be purposeful, not on accident. We do things over here at 95.7 The Boss for a reason. We do things different. We're the only research radio station in the world. Our goal is to modify our behavior. Shout out to Miller University that taught me those principles and that discipline from my daddy. So when I win the seat for District 2 City Council, we're gonna do things different. We ain't gonna hide. We ain't gonna run. See, we have the ability to take all language. I don't care if somebody said, "What you people doing?" You ain't gonna run me out the room. That's a good question. What you people doing? Y'all must have played in the playgrounds. Y'all never lost some. But when I went to the playground, you hear all kind of language. In the boys' club, you hear some language. If you couldn't compete, you better be in the crowd and clap. But I was on the playground. You are better to handle the language of the playground. Everybody know the language of the playground is not always good, especially if you hooping. Especially if you hooping. So I can handle the language of anyone. Can run me out of any room of anyone. And I'm self-made. So you can't pay me. The only one that can pay me is God. God paid tenfold, baby. How can it? Man. You can expect man. Yesterday was Tell Truth Tuesday. See how we do things purposely over here. Yesterday was Terrible Tuesday. You can expect other people to rob, steal, kill, murder, incest, rape, abort, abandon. You can expect other people to do that. We on Earth, baby. We on Earth. So that's why we purposeful and intentional on doing things positive over here. No, we're not perfect. But that's why we got the ministry to teach us how to walk into our perfection. That's why we have the ministry again to teach us to walk in our purpose and to walk in to being the best human being as possible. So when it comes to economics, Brother Watts says, let me see, Brother Watts says, when was the last time the Nebraska Democratic Party genuinely engaged in Northam Hall and looking at their finances? They not even supported candidates of color financially, something to research and think about. I think they do have a fund for black candidates. I think they can access it during the primary. We're gonna bring Precious in. We can ask her that question, but I think they do have a fund for black candidates or minority candidates because they represent usually an economic depressed community, the side of the community. They did have campaign finance laws, but they took all that stuff out. So that's why I say, see, I know civics. The Democratic Party is the first. It's the original slave party. The Republican, most black people were Republicans. Yep. They did Preston Love. They treated. They got a Brother Watts said that they only gave Preston Love 10,000, but they brought in millions. Here in the campaigns. I talked to the DC chair. He's a brother, and I was on his butt over at Big Mama, and then someone always try to save him. See, I make sure those that are responsible meet up to their responsibilities. But then we got these, what do you call them? Protectors of massa because they getting a paycheck from them. Oh, no. If President Love is running for Senate, then the Democratic Party, the National Democratic Party, should infuse money to his campaign. But they don't do that behind the scenes because if they feel you're going to lose, they're not going to give you no money. It's just that simple. And can you blame them in reality? But how do you know if they're going to win or lose? They didn't think Obama's going to win. They surely didn't think Jimmy Carter was going to win, a peanut farmer. So you never know who's going to win. That's why it's called politics. That's why you vote. But I know that I'm tired of the way it is. I'm tired that North Omaha is always left off of the negotiation table. If you're not part of the menu, you're on the meal. If you excuse me, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And that's facts. We're not even at the table. In regards to advocating something different for North Omaha. But they posterize black candidates in their publication to give illusion that they are inclusive. Well, I just saw something on the news yesterday. They just had that shooting on 24th Street. I don't know why they call it mass shooting. But see, I got info. See, I'm different, y'all. I'm a different candidate. See, I'm from the community. I'm from this community. I mean, I know people. I know people that was the dude he just got out of jail last week. All of us know people that's getting out of jail. People are all talking over here. And if you are in law enforcement, which I am in law enforcement, I'm a former probation officer. I'm a former probation officer. I mean, I still got connections. I still got law connections, y'all. Come on, man, be for real. My mama taught me if someone treats you good, treat them better because you might need them one day. I did not. I did not deviate from what my mama taught me. Man, my mama couldn't read and write, but she got a PhD in common sense. So I had relationships downtown. I call them the big house because I got relationships downtown. It's about being sarcastic. It's about being uh, witty. It's about being um, edgy in order to create thought and conversation. I told you we are a research radio station. I do things over here on purpose to create thought and stimulate conversation. So everybody is fair game. I saw the senator, and I thought both senators, Spivey and McKinney, are putting up initiatives to make sure organizations like the African American Commission, which is a state commission, a body of African American brothers and sisters who supposed to represent our interests. And then also the state Black Caucus, the Democratic, because the Republicans don't have a Black Caucus. I might need to have to holler at them. I might have to holler at them. If they want some inclusion, if they want, the bridge the gap better, they need to. The Republican Party also need to get a Black Caucus. I might holler at them. See, I can talk to them like that. See, everybody else, they can't talk to them like that. They can't even start the conversation. But I can. But I myself, Willie Hamilton, Chris Rogers, to name a few, were she gonna get me. She gonna get me. The young lady also that was the initial members in the initial crafters of the Black Caucus. Now, I was active in the Democratic Party, but I've yielded um, because sometimes you gotta use your common sense. Sometimes you gotta use your common sense, and if uh, if a party is not working for you, then you got to develop your own organization. All right. So common sense tell me that somebody's begging for something from me without delivering a promise and reasons for not needing me and cannot be trusted. This is in the Nebraska Democratic Party. Nobody's affiliated with them. Do not get equal support, yet you're doing all the dancing for them. I would agree. I would agree because anytime you um are saying you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, you're saying who you are or who you align with. Um, but the difference is if you're purposeful on um, listening to the other side and working with the other side. I'm conservative, but I'm also a moderate. So I'm in the pretty much middle. I listen to both sides. I'm not extreme. My degree is in behavioral science, so I believe in science, um, physical science, mental science. I believe in science. I believe in testing out hypotheses and theories. I believe that we need to test hypotheses and theories. So either party neither party have did what they said they were going to do for the people. Both parties, Democrat, Republicans, and independents, are always are persuaded by the dollar of the lobbyists. If you go down to the unicameral down in Lincoln, I don't know if you guys in the rotunda where the senators take their break, everybody can go in the rotunda. You got all the lobbyists down there advocating this for this, advocating for this. They pushing. They actually are pushing some of the legislation that some of the senators are introducing. A lot of that stuff comes from the lobbyists. Lobbyists pay. Lobbyists like man. Lobbyists is like I don't want to call them pimps or pimp apps. But they be pimping down there. They be pimping. They be pimping. Boy, they be, or if, is it like a system like the stock exchange? It's like that. It's like that a system of exchange of dollars and for paragraphs for sentences and paragraphs. So they all are paid. This um, is the work of the people really getting done. We have a system of lobbyists that's paying the senators of both parties to do what they want to do what's in their interest. And that's why I say that my platform is going to be for poverty. Of course, we got to focus on some key initiatives, but all of them affect poverty. But the greatest thing is self. At the end of the day, the National Democratic Party, state, local parties, and Black Caucus do not have interest in North Omaha. Looking at the current breakdown of senators, North Omaha will be better independent working with both. Yeah, I agree with you. Both sides. Party official affiliation is one of no benefit for North Omaha. I agree. I agree that we should be voted as a voting block. Black people in particular, or poor people in general, need to vote as a voting block. So that way, if a Democrat or a Republican have our interests in hand, then we'll vote for that person. If they have our agenda on their platform that they're going to push once they get into office, then we should vote for that person as a block. I agree with them. Now, um, even though I'm a Democrat, I vote for Republicans all the time, and I know Republicans that vote for Democrats all the time. Obama didn't get in the office without converting some Republicans over to vote Democrat. That's why I love America. We can make our own decisions. Isn't that great? But we got both sides restricting voting now. Both sides are making laws or or what do you call it? Where they change the election lines. They do it everywhere. The Republicans do it in some areas. Democrats do it in other areas. Who depends on who's in power. They change the election lines where people go vote this way or vote that way. They do it on both sides. So in 2025, no jive. I told you my mama was 5'5" and she was no jive. I got the same attitude. 2025, no jive. And if you want true leadership that's not afraid to, oh yeah, speak his mind, that won't be chumped out, that can't be bought. Let's see how much support the state party chair is going to give you after this. Well, um, um, I tell everybody that you always got to knock on new doors. You can't convince those that are against you to come for you all of a sudden. You know what I mean? You can't. I'm gonna tell you a story um, of so-called competition, um, or they say keep your enemies close. Um, I truly uh, let God do God work because I know I have enemies, seen and unseen. I know I have supporters, seen and unseen, and so I know that we as a campaign going to have to, do our own work. But the difference with me is that I built a radio station. That's the difference with me. The difference is I reach a million people, and I'm independent in regards to not working for someone. I only work for God, and God know I'm not perfect. And I testify to y'all I'm not perfect. I'm only, but today I'm about 87% perfect. Keep in mind that you're always running against the current chair of the. Yep, I agree with you. Of the Nebraska Democratic State Black Caucus. Um, uh, um, One of the reasons why I went to Bryan High, I went to a ninth grade. I went to a ninth grade center. Back in when we was in school, they had ninth grade centers, and I went to King, and I think I was in House B. I think we had a House B, C, and D. That's how many ninth graders that were there. And I remember that I tried out for football, and it's pretty much all black. Man, maybe we had a few whites that got bussed in because Jimmy Carter started busing by then. He started busing in sixth grade, and so we did have some white students from out west in Sarpy County came over, went to school over at our ninth grade center, but it's predominantly black. And the first ism that I dealt with wasn't racism. As a black boy or as a black man, my first ism that I dealt with was not racism. Now, my mama and them and our condition, um, it dictated probably race, but my first instance with ism was favoritism because they picked another gentleman over or another kid over me where I felt I was better. But since they had relationship, that was their favorite. So I wanted to play wide receiver because that's all I did when I grew up. Playing killer man. I'm little, so I'm always but I'm fast. Always play receiver. But they put me on a defensive line, little old me, little, and I like third string, I think. I remember playing Horseman. I think that's probably only one of the games I even got in. And man, that all big offensive lineman would just push me around. So I didn't have fun. I didn't like football. It was cold out there too. You gotta be tough to play football. Shouts out to all the football players. Shouts out to y'all modern day gladiators. Shouts out Waterbury, Connecticut is in the building. So the campaign, so you'll hear more about the campaign, but also we're fair and balanced over here, truly fair and balanced, like our counterparts, Fox News. We interviewed Marcus Jones. He's running for the same seat. We're going to interview everyone that's running for District 2. It's nothing personal, y'all. And see, that's what we got to get over. It's nothing personal. We're running for a political seat. It's not personal. When the great elders taught that there's no permanent issue, no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. There's only permanent issues. So I'm focused on the issues. I'm not running against anyone else. I'm focused on running on issues. Period. All the people uh, that are in the race, I have respect for. We're gonna give them the same opportunity to advocate their platform on our platform. See, we actually love thy neighbors. We actually practice loving thy neighbors. We bout it. Y'all talk about it. Y'all pray about it. Over here, we bout it. So we're gonna lead by example. Shouts out to Greater New Hope Baptist Church. You know they call me Reverend New Hope, the only hope you got. So we're gonna get everybody a fair platform, and we're gonna see where the voters sway. Brother Watts said, did the Democratic caucus invite you to their upcoming meeting? Nope. See, yeah, no, I don't even know about it. They probably don't. Well, I just really announced last night, kind of let everybody know that I was running last night. We're going to have an election party, a launch party, this a launch meeting this Sunday over at Jackson's Fair Deal on 24th Street. That's from 5 to 7. So stay tuned. It's going to be this Sunday. We're looking for volunteers, donors. We're looking for new ideas, new campaign ideas. I got it. Oh, I'm coming out with a new campaign idea. They're not ready for this one. Oh yeah, I told you I love to compete, baby. I love to compete. I'm feeling like I'm 18 again. I'm finna go jump rope. I'm finna go to Bryan High and get my. I'm about to go back to my old training regiment. My high school. I might have to call my high school coach. Coach, I'm back. We are 60-year-old high school students. Now I have to check my ID. I'm in the opposite way. Man, you're too old to come in here. You're too old for high school. I'm going back, y'all. I'm in training. So no, I got some great campaign ideas. Just wait till you see it. Wait till you see it, baby. See, I'm from this community, man. I love this community. I stopped mothers from raping sisters and killing brothers in this community. Everybody don't testify under fire. I've done it and will continue to do it. I'm a former probation officer. I'm the only one that have actually law enforcement experience. Brother Watts said, would you think as a media voice for the Black community, they would have invited you a long time ago? Well, last night, and that's what I meant. Last night they had a press conference about the violence on 24th Street, that the so-called mass shooting. But I know the narrative behind the shooting. I know the narrative behind the shooting because I go to the motorcycle clubs. See, I'm from this community, y'all. Now, I don't drive no motorcycle, but we have a lot of great men and women that ride motorcycles around here, and they have motorcycle clubs. So I'm going to respect them. Let Americans do what Americans want to do. See, that's what. See, you guys get that communist mindset. Oh, they can't do that. They can't do that. But they got domestic violence going on in their home. So they had a press conference on 24th Street talking about the latest shooting, and we need to come together as a community, and we need help as a community. I mean, I've been doing this forever. You get people looking for a photo op, trying to pretend. That's how I look at the press conference. They didn't call me, and we the press. See the lack of respect. We like the Rodney Dangerfield, man. We like the black Rodney Dangerfield of media around here. We get no respect, but we don't care about their respect because we care about God and our responsibility to doing God's work. Man will never respect you. Man will always steal from you. That's why they have contracts. I grew up where our word was bond. Our word meant something. See, that's the type of leader you'll get from me. And if I can't do it, then I'll let you know. Or we can find someone else that can. See, we're not quitters over here. So the lecture is going to be a different contrast of different people of different skill sets. Have they actually walked the walk? That's the difference. People want to make judgment on the projects or OHA, Omaha Housing Authority, as far as their bed bugs, but they're bed bugs from every other landlord in Omaha. Bed bug problems is just not a Omaha Housing Authority problem. It's a community problem. And so what we're going to do as a community, we always want to go after one and let the other get away. OEDC, some people consider them a slumlord. Go down to some of their properties that they own. See if the code, if it's been upkept. Go check out their properties, OEDC. See, when you speak the truth, of course, people don't want to support you. My last name is King. I expect it. You like to assassinate kings. Martin, Rodney. All of them advocated. Why can't we just get along? I'm from that essence. I expect people to attack me. That's why I'm from Hilltop Projects, baby. I know how to fight. I know how to run. I know how to negotiate. I know how to do all three. I prefer to negotiate. My mama lost 2 sons at 19. Both of my brothers were killed at 19. So being a former probation officer, having connections with the county attorney, who none of them have relationships with. See, and the county attorney was a Democrat before he got censured. And then he moved over to the Republicans. Y'all used to love Don Klein when he was a Democrat. But since he moved over to Republican, now he's an adversary now. He was doing the same thing that he did as a Democrat, as a Republican, because I was a probation officer. His job is to prosecute those that break the law. Have any OHA black board members contacted or communicated with you about housing issues? No. It's probably too early. I don't know if it's early in the game or I don't know if people are intimidated. I'm tall, dark, and handsome, y'all. I know how to fight, but I ain't trying to fight nobody. I defend myself. I'm really an introvert. I'm a nice guy. If people tell you, generally, if you want to come on, I don't care if you're the KKK. I don't care if you the skinheads. If you want to talk, we got a mic for you, baby. We made different over here. We actually work for God over here. We're not going to perpetuate what you did to my ancestors by denying them freedom of speech. Shout out to all the ancestors that sacrificed for me to speak today. All the abolitionists, all the Quakers, because all of my white brothers and sisters didn't believe in slavery. I just learned that there's when I went to West Virginia, and I was kind of scared to go to West Virginia because you hear all the stories of the hillbillies. But when I went to West Virginia, boy, them hillbillies were playing that music. Oh man, I was jamming to that hillbilly music. Man, them hillbillies, man, I had so much love from the hillbilly. Then I learned that there were other, I can't remember their name. They're not Quakers or abolitionists. There was another section of white folks. I forget the name that was against slavery and participate in the Underground Railroad. See, America don't want to tell American history, baby, but you're gonna get it here at the boss. What's up, brother Pierce? Hey, my phone is down. My phone is not working, y'all. So if you try to call me or text me, man, leave me a voicemail. Leave me a voicemail because my phone is down. I'm had to go get it fixed. For you guys, if you need to know, the being a 411, over at Metro Community College, they have they partner with iFix Omaha. If you need your phone repaired, if your tablet need repaired or something like that, they'll do it at cost. They'll just charge you for the part. They will not charge you labor. If you go to any other iFix Omaha or any other store that say they fix phones, broken screens, they're gonna charge you labor plus the cost of the product to fix. Okay, so I go down to Fort Omaha, 5300 North 30th Street, Building 10, 5300 North 30th Street, Building 10. You can go to iFix Omaha, and they can fix your phone. So if your phone got a broken screen, or if you're a tablet, or they got a broken screen, they can fix it sometime that day or within 24 hours. All right. So I don't know why my phone is malfunctioning, but it is. All right. Technology got to yield. Sometimes you can go with the experts. So, brother Myron, I know we got to get together today. Brother Myron is actually helping me out with my campaign, and so, like I said, we're gonna be doing some different things when it comes to marketing. Very innovative. But also I'm taking some of the skill sets from my brothers and sisters from down south. Oh yeah, I'm going below the Dixie line. Yeah, the Mason Dixie line, baby. I'm coming to you. Oh yeah, Omaha, the Birds of Bless. We call this day Winning Women Wednesday. We encourage, we demand that you, oh yeah, acknowledge the women in your lives, from your daughter to your great great. Acknowledge the women in your lives. All right, you're gonna be hearing more about my campaign. We got John Ewing, candidate for mayor, coming in this Friday. We're gonna continue to talk city politics. Again, like I said, I've invited all the other D-Boy, Piece of Sunrise, Miss Jones. What's up, Super AI? We need to have you come back, Mr. Brother Hunt. We gotta have you come back because the AI is the next thing. Again, we're gonna have another press conference. We're gonna talk about what I've done. We're gonna have an election party this weekend over at Jackson Fair Deal Cafe on North 24th Street. It's gonna be from 5 to 7 this Sunday. Love to have you guys come through and support what we do as far as our campaign. Like I said, I'm from this community. Everything that other people promise that they're going to do, I've been doing it, still doing it. When you talk about economic development, have they built a business? Has anyone built a business in this community, or have built businesses in this community? Shouts out to Leola's Records. Leola's Records gave me my first opportunity to build my first business. And I learned from her boyfriend a gentleman that got out of prison. See, every person that get out of prison doesn't do the same thing that took him to prison. And so for those brothers and sisters that truly rehabilitate, we got to make sure that there's no barriers in front of them. Shouts out to the Nebraska voters for letting felons vote right away. As long as you're off probation or parole, you can vote as a felon now in Nebraska. Nebraska was the only state in the union that offered um, uh, their citizens more rights. So shouts out to Nebraska. I know they want to beat us up all the time. We want to beat ourselves up, but shouts out to you for allowing your brothers and sisters that made a mistake, that have rehabilitated, to participate in the American dream, voting. Now those same brothers and sisters that have felons, now they can participate on the jury. I was so happy that Miss Vice President Harris didn't lead her campaign that Trump is a felon, he a felon, and we shouldn't give him these opportunities because he's a felon. We shouldn't give him these opportunities, and that would have hurt other brothers and sisters that are felon. Everybody, just because you got a felony, don't mean you have failed on life. See, y'all Christians, y'all say that we can rehabilitate. All we gotta do is just turn our life over to Christ and we'll be saved. But I don't know which side you're on. Sometimes it's that way, but since they're a felon, they can't get, if they repent to Jesus, we can't give them a second chance. So you're not gonna get none of the hypocritical decision making from me. We made different over here, baby. We made different. And then and plus, I'm not arrogant. I'm charismatic. I'm charismatic, baby. And I like to laugh. I like to have fun and be serious at the same time. Y'all so sensitive. Y'all so sensitive. So one of the things we're gonna do, we're gonna have a course when elected. We're gonna have several committees that's going to continue to work for the community. Our plan is to set things up like that. What was the main talking point? Let me see. Brother Watt said his question, that was the main talking point. The Nebraska Democratic Party was pushing during elections, right? Abortion, felonies, and but I'm glad Miss Harris didn't do that, because that would have hurt on a national campaign. They did it on local level, and even people, when our president get go through his inauguration, you're gonna hear people say, "Well, he's a felon. So what? He a felon?" We got brothers and sisters over here that's felons that need an opportunity. He just a billionaire felon. Why y'all worry about him? He could pay his way, but worry about the other felons that don't have $1 billion. And your rhetoric is hurting them because they don't have $1 billion to move around because they have a felony. See, I studied sociology. Shouts out again to Midland University. I studied sociology in the subsets of people, in the mindsets of people. Shouts out to, oh yeah, Psychology 101. We got to stop this hypocritical mindset. It's okay over here if it's good for you, but it's not okay over there if it's not good for them. So myself, for those that have faith of a mustard seed, I'm looking forward to Brother Trump, President Trump, getting in office. I'm looking forward to the legislation that's going to be passed. And if you are a business person, I don't care who you are, where you come from, what, who, gender, whatever. He's a businessman. He's gonna pass legislation pro business. That's why we're going to set up legislation clubs where we can start reading the legislation and taking advantage of the legislation. We got to be smart. Everybody want to be the man or the woman. You are the man and the woman. Wherever you think, so is he. But don't be arrogant. We should be bragging off God and our skill sets that we have manifest. I don't mind you bragging off your skill set that you manifest. I should get that at the playground all the time. People bragging off the skill, man. My jumper's brother. Oh, you can't handle them. I got the best handles. People are always doing that. I could jump the far. I could jump the highest on the track. I'm the fastest out here. I hear from everybody. My white homeboys, my brother homeboys, my Asian homeboys. I went to school with a lot of different people. Everybody talk the same. We're all competitors. So on this Winning Women Wednesday, be purposeful. Be purposeful. Now, I thought I had a guest this morning coming in. It's 9 o'clock. Let me go to some music. Like I said, my phone is not working. I got to get it fixed. So if you are trying to reach me today, oh man, it's going to email me. That's going to be the best way to get in contact with me is email. My email is William King Jr. at yahoo.com. William King Jr. at yahoo.com. Once I get my phone on, we'll be letting you guys know more on social media. You'll be hearing more information about our campaign, but also you're going to be hearing more about our concert. We're going to be celebrating 10 years on the FM dial and 15 years with our streaming company, 1690 AM The One. We're doing a concert for my birthday, the Boss Bash. And so if you're Aries or Pisces, you come and party with us. We're going to have limited tickets. Hey, I'm happy for the Orange Man too. You know, I love the Syracuse Orange Men. Yeah, and I know you like the Syracuse Orange Men too, Brother Hart. Prayers to those that are going through something. You know, I mean, we focus on everybody else in the politics, but we got people in our own families that's dealing with stuff. So just on this day, pray for those that are going through something. You know, everybody always want to talk about COVID. They shut down the world for COVID. And I got in a debate with some pastors, supporters that, you know, the ministers went home. You know, they get defensive. The ministers get defensive. Yeah, some didn't go home. Some got arrested because they did want to close church. But either here or there, those brothers were right. We can't put ourselves in position where we can give someone else something that we don't know that can affect their lives. And so neither were wrong. Neither of us was wrong. Both of us was right. And we just got to make sure that we practice great hygiene, practice great oral hygiene, washing our hands, etc., etc. Like my man Phil Rooney. I see Phil. So I got that all from my man Phil Rooney, Dulles County Health Department. And so as long as we practice great hygiene, we can keep the disease down in our community. You're seeing that there's a surge of lung diseases like flu, COVID, and RSV. I've always recommended that you go in a steam room or you steam. If you can't get in a steam room, you steam and help push whatever's affecting your lungs out. We're made about 70% water. So, you know, some of those teachers that are elders who we don't respect now or show respect. They have a wealth of knowledge. Every time an elder die, a library of knowledge is gone. And that's why, um, when elected, for all our retired teachers, we want to have a committee of retired teachers where, um, they can galvanize volunteers, to where we can set up, and support some of these other schools that's getting started. There's a couple of sisters in our community. One is Dr. Dr. Wright Griffin. She has her school. So there's just several other initiatives that we can actually move forward. Brother Watt says we need to start our own community events selling foods, products, production standards look very low. I agree with you. Um, the A lot of people don't know the potato chips that they sell in the convenience stores and the QTs, those wrap potato chips with all the wrappers on it. The flavor was actually tested and developed for those chips in Fremont, Nebraska. A lot of these technology, food technology, because we are agricultural state. We are a agricultural state, so they test a lot of flavors here that go on our food. And so the different type of flavors that those wrap chips, I think Snoop Dogg got one, uh, Moneybag Yo, I forgot, I think Little Wayne, I forget who else got those chips. But the technology is, oh yep, Dr. LaDonna White Griffin. Those technology are developed here in Nebraska, right in Fremont, Nebraska. So we can connect with that company. If someone got a tater chip idea, they got a flavor idea. If you got a flavor or seasoning that you want to give develop, a lot of that stuff is tested and developed in labs here in Nebraska. I know these people, man. I went to school in Fremont, Nebraska. I graduated from Midland Lutheran College. I played with Senator John Christian. I used to pass him the basketball when I was in college. They used to throw me the alley oop, though. They used to throw me the alley oop. So, Brother Watson, that ability exists. Also, I know brothers that produce T-shirts from the Watts family. I don't know if you're the same Watts family from Big Ink. We got producers in this community. My goal, and I'm advocating, is we're going to set up committees, community committees, that's going to be proactively working towards developing conduits for the next generation. We got to get to work, man. We got to go back in the basements of the churches in the 60s when they used to bomb us, and they still bombing us, according to the protests when the police mess with us. I was saying that the people who are selling food, soaps, and other products in North America are not using industry product standards, which lead to signaling and germ distribution. Without a doubt, I know for a fact that if you're gonna sell in high V's, I got my man, dang it, RJ's. I'm gonna bring his barbecue in. RJ's barbecue, man. He got a barbecue that tastes like almost like Skeets. I'm telling you, it's produced here in Omaha. I'll bring his barbecue in so you see it. But and his stuff is certified. It's in a glass bottle. So if you want to be in the high V's, we got several black individuals that's producing food or drink products that are in the high V's, or I don't think in the bakers, but high V's have been a great neighbor to some of the aspiring entrepreneurs in food. Again, remember, Nebraska is an agricultural state, and if our children have agricultural ideals, then we got the best resources. UNL, they have an extension program where they do outreach, to the community. Got 4-H. If you talk about animals, if you want to talk about plants in the horticultural, all that stuff exists. So we're gonna be purposeful. Okay, too much. Nah, no relation to Big Ink owner. Was what the Watch families. Well, we appreciate y'all. The Big Ink family has been a family to me. Their grandson, son, brother, uncle plays football for Notre Dame. He just got most valuable as a in the I think it's a Sugar Bowl. I think they're gonna be playing for the national championship, and he always represent Bellevue, where I think he went to school over at Bellevue East or West. But I'm from Omaha, baby. So shouts out to the Watch family. The Watch family used to um, be in the garbage business. Yes, there used to be a black-owned garbage company way back when. I forget what mayor that was under. And so those are the type of initiatives that we want to bring back. We got black contractors that are doing big business, and we need to make sure that they're partnering with the city on a consistent basis. We got to be more purposeful. I'm the only, I got to toot my horn. If you guys want to know who I am, come Sunday, come Sunday. If we're going to get anything for North Omaha, we got to have the ability to negotiate with the Republicans. They run everything, man. They run everything. You got to have the ability to negotiate and actually develop relationships with people that don't look like you or have different interests in you. I've done that. I went to Midland College at a time in 1983 where white students from rural Nebraska, Iowa, and Colorado, wherever they came from, never went to school with black people. And then I went to school with brothers and sisters from DC, Chicago, Denver, that never went to school with white folks. But here in Omaha, Nebraska, oh man, I'm culturized, baby. Shouts out to Jimmy Carter. We got busted. Then plus everybody had the perception that there's no white people in North Omaha. One of my best friends is white or so-called white. So I've been culturized. So I've always been able to bridge gaps. You can't. And then my mama, who picked cotton and Clint, um, Caucasians houses, even though she picked cotton and Clint white people houses, she never taught me to hate white people or my Caucasian brothers and sisters. At 88, she never taught me to hate white people or my Caucasian brothers and sisters. What a woman to go through the harshest racism on earth in Mississippi, the same city where they had a trial for Emmett Till. You see what they did to Emmett Till? Well, that's the racism that my mama grew up in. And yet, she did not teach me to hate white people or Caucasian brothers and sisters. She did not pass that burden down on me. See, y'all ministers, that's how you minister, is by actually doing what you're walking the talk that you're talking about, or walking the, yeah, is that right? Yeah, walking the talk. So I'm looking forward to the election. Again, we're gonna be fair and balanced. We're gonna bring all those that are running so you can hear their platform. And man, like I said, we're not afraid of competition at all. Um, also, um, just remember today is Winning Women Wednesday. Acknowledge the women in your lives. acknowledge the women in your lives, from your daughter to your great. Remember, the most unreported crime is domestic violence. We want to make sure we bring attention to it. So if you're going through some domestic violence, you can call 211. And that's for those that are the victims, but also the perpetrator. There's help for you also before it gets worse. We got to do better with We got to do better with impulse controls. So there's help for you, Women's Center for Advancement, or you can call 211 if you're going through anything domestic. So if you need shelter, if you need money to pay your rent or utilities, if you're trying to get out of domestic violence situation and you need to have a confidential location, all that is through 211. That is the number you can call for anything that's domestic. Shouts out to United Way of the Midland. If you need to talk to someone confidential, 988 is the number you can call. That is a number where you can call and speak confidentially about whatever you want to talk about. That's sponsored by USA Boys Town. I tell everybody, if the world's going to change, it's going to start right here in Omaha, Nebraska. It's going to start with the ethics, the loyalty, the trust, the brother and sisterhood, and the innovation and the ability to work as a team. Starts here in Omaha, baby. Omaha, the Burbs, the Bluffs. It is, what time is it? Like I said, my phone off. I got to try to go get it fixed. Try to reach out to me, text me. I can't get no text. I can't get no phone calls. You're gonna have to email me. William King Jr. at yahoo.com. William King Jr. J. Arthur Jr. at yahoo.com. That's how you get in contact with me. Hopefully my phone will be on by the latest tomorrow. You can go online. You can learn about more about our campaign. Also, we got a website. I'll be posting that later. You can go to our website, kingforomaha.com. It's still got to change a few things on there, but you can hear our core message on there. You can go to kingforomaha.com, and then you can check out our website. All right. Again, 95.7 The Boss. We appreciate you. We're gonna take a music break. And then we're gonna be right back with y'all. Boss with me. My man Sherman Wells, Black Power.
Listen to me. All my life, I don't have no real enemies, but I know everybody is not a friend to me. I show my people love, that's why I always get it back. And I stand up for my family, one phone call I will attack. And real recognize real, so I don't see you haters. And I'm not talking about my brothers, I'm talking about these snakes. They smiling in our face, but turning us against ourselves. Killing all the black kings to keep the queens from getting out. We 40 cal, self-trained, so we don't need the army busting down my door. I wish these martial law try me. We some psychopaths, raised in the projects, and I ain't met them yet. Who can dodge a tech? Hey, cause this the year of the Black Power. We going all in, man. This shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The idea is born in America, being black. Hey, cause this the year of the Black Power. We going all in, man. This shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The odds against us, born in America, being black. They call us militant and racist cause we still resist the brainwashing and genocide by this government. My people waking up and now at least we more conscious with plans of unity, but still we must proceed with caution and breaking the cycle of thinking like slaves. Gather up knowledge and nurture your brain to change the situation. That is what our race is facing. We in a nation where they shoot us first, as questions later. Black lives mean nothing in their eyes, we just a perpetrator. And marching and holding rallies, that's not doing nothing. We tried it Martin's way and still our people struggling. It's time to educate and elevate from all the hate. Our future future generations is at stake. We don't have time to waste. Cause this the year of the Black Power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The Africans is born in America being black. Hey, cause this the year of the Black Power. We going all in, man, this shit is ours. Hey, we moving forward, ain't no turning back. The Africans is born in America being black. Black power, black power, power, black power, black power, black power.
right, Omaha, the Birds of Plus. Thank you for supporting Boss Grand Rising show. You know, we rebranding. Also, if we're looking for you, if you want to start your own radio show. I know people are doing podcasts out there. they have, they have their platform. I've been doing podcasting since 2009, even before it was called podcasting. I feel I'm the godfather of it, without a doubt. We were doing community shows 15 years ago, for real. So if you want to, rebrand yourself as an expert in your particular field, start a radio show. We reach 1 million people. Our coverage area, we reach 1 million people. Podcasts can't compete with that. Tell me one podcast that reached 1 million people. So I can't be the only one that's educating or agitating per se. I need others to help teach our brothers and sisters how to fish. Didn't someone teach you? Our greatest resource, our teachers. Shouts out to all our teachers. So let's be purposeful on this day, y'all. Before we get out of here, remember today is Winning Women Wednesday. We recognize the women in our lives every Wednesday, specifically because domestic violence is the most unreported crime. So let's be intentional today on acknowledging those that birthed everybody. Yeah, the women, they birthed everybody. 95.7 The Boss, y'all. Again, we're having our anniversary party coming up. We're going to have tickets on sale sometime this week. We got my man Glenn Jones coming in, Sherelle, the Lady Blues. Yeah, that Southern soul. We're bringing that Southern soul back. Our Style will be on the stage. We'll be celebrating 10 and 15 years of broadcasting here in Omaha, Nebraska. We are the oldest Black-owned radio station in Nebraska history. 95.7 The Boss, y'all. Without a doubt, we couldn't have done it without Mama and them. We out of here. Boss with us.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, my God. I'm so busy at work. Lingua Academy, it's growing, and I need more interpreters. I'm looking for all languages of interpreter, but especially American Sign Language interpreters. I don't know where to find them.
I have a friend. What's the phone number?
Okay, I'm going to give you the phone number. It's 402-237-9251.
I have another friend. What is the email?
She can email me at Yuridia. It's YURIDIA at linguaacademy.com. Lingua is LINCUA academy.com. Yes, it's 402-237-9251.
And the email?
It's Yuridia at linguaacademy.com. And they pay good money.
That's good.
Don't worry, girl. We got you.
Thank you so much.
It's Southern Soul Sundays on 95.7 The Boss. Tune in every Sunday at 5 p.m. as we listen to the best of Southern Soul. The Boss.
Last year, I enrolled my family for health care coverage through the health insurance marketplace. Do I need to enroll again?
Yes, you must re-enroll for 2025 to ensure you or your family are in the right plan. Charles Drew Health Center can help. Our open enrollment specialists are trained to help with your application, provide education on financial assistance, and help you find the best options for your budget, health, and future. Getting started is easy and free. Just call to set up a free appointment with an enrollment specialist. Open enrollment is November 1st through January 15th. Call Charles Drew Health Center in Omaha at 402-451-3553 to set up a free appointment to see if you qualify for low-cost health coverage. This ad is supported by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services as part of a financial assistance award totaling $1.25 million with 100% funded by CMS HHS. The contents are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the official views of, nor an endorsement by CMS, HHS, or the U.S. government.
Welcome to the wheelchair.
Now accepting holiday orders, call 402-502-6695. 402-502-6695. Happy holidays from your Rib Shack family.
Welcome to the Rib Shack.
The Rib Shack Smokehouse is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
Saving money now during Menards Bag Sale. All prices after 15% bag sale discount. Pick up a 6-pack of LED light bulbs for just $2.97. Get a wood or fiberglass claw hammer for only $2.29 each. 52-ounce bottles of Ajax dish soap, just $2.97. And 12 packs of Shasta soda in assorted flavors are only $4.19. Don't miss out on Menards Bag Sale happening now. Good through January 12th. See store for complete details.
Save big money at Menards.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I just talked to my girlfriend and she's crying because she's in a car accident and she doesn't know what to do.
Just told her to call the lawyers, Bango and Ibogwe.
Phone number.
402-345-5759.
English, she doesn't speak any English.
Doesn't matter, they speak Spanish.
¿Cuál es el número de teléfono?
402-345-5759. 402-345-5759.
But she doesn't have any money.
Doesn't matter, the consultation is free.
And she doesn't have a work permit.
Doesn't matter, they can help her there.
Okay, let's go tell her.
We are leaving now. Thank you so much. Gracias.
This is your favorite cousin, crowd rocker DJ E-Dub. Join me Monday through Friday, starting at 5 p.m. right here on 95.7 for the Block Party Mix. Here's songs like this to get you over the hump.
You will be my first love. Oh, baby.
Relationship Wednesdays.
You and only you.
Oh, let's ride into the weekend with Flashback Fridays.
If you don't give a damn, gon' throw it up. Hey! If you don't give a damn, gon' throw it up.
So make sure you tell a friend to tell 2 more friends to pull up on your favorite cousin, crowd rocker DJ E-Dub, right here on 95.7, Monday through Friday, starting at 5 p.m. with the Block Party Mix.
Do you live within the Omaha lead site boundary? The City of Omaha will sample and test your home, and if eligible, we will remediate your yard for free. Find out your home sampling and testing status today. Contact 402-731-3045 or omahaled.org.
Omaha Lead is a proud supporter of KOWN 95.7, The Boss.
It's time to get organized with Menards. With our assortment of over 50 decorative shelf brackets, find the size and style you need to match any home decor. Whether you're redecorating, organizing, or creating a custom shelving display, our 10-inch Elegante shelf brackets can finish your project with style for only $2.99 per bracket. Good through December 31st. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
These are the sounds of DJ A-Nice. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready.